invest in equities or should I park my money in debt? Now, how many times have you asked yourself, a friend, or any person who you think has any kind of investing knowledge this question? In this video, we help you find the answer to just that by helping you assess the reason you want to invest your money in the first place, what your financial situation is, and how much loss you can bear. Let me tell you the short answer first. It is both. You may invest a little in debt and a little bit in equity too. Debt and equity have quite a few distinct characteristics that play a role in your overall portfolio, helping you achieve your financial goals. The first point of distinction is returns. Now, while one can't predict returns, there may be better returns in the long term in equities, whereas in debt, we see fixed, stable returns, which is why it's also called fixed income. This brings me to the next point of comparison, which is risk. The better the return, the higher the risk. That's the case with equities. There's a possibility of you losing even 100% of your capital if you invest in equities. So consider what your risk appetite is and invest accordingly. If you feel you can't take so much risk, then you're better off owning more of debt. Where you invest will also depend on how long you want to invest for. Do you want to invest for a long-term goal like saving up for retirement? Or are you looking to park your funds, say for next 5 to 7 years to buy a car or a house? If you're ready to invest for a very long time, you may consider equities depending on your risk appetite. But if you're looking for a place to generate moderate returns in a relatively short term, you may invest in debt. Next is your current income. Is the income from these investments going to form a big part of your regular income, and will it be used in your day-to-day expenses? If yes, then fixed income is the way to go because the interest or return is relatively more stable and predictable, and again, the risk is very low. The other point to consider when deciding debt or equity is your age. There's a simple formula very often used by advisors to decide how much to allocate in debt or equity. Subtract your age from 100 and invest the result in equities and the balance in debt. Say you're 35 years old, you may invest 65% of your investable money in equities and 35% in debt. The reason is that since you're young, you can invest for the long term and you may have a better risk-taking ability. To summarize, the points to consider are: where do you need the money? In other words, what's the purpose of investing? How much risk can you take, or are you depending on this money for your day-to-day expenses? And what's your age? Base your investment allocation on your answers. Remember, this is just illustrative. There are many other factors and of course the risk appetite of investors for considering equity or debt. Please consult your financial advisor and mutual fund distributor before investing. Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.